Hello history lovers and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we will look at that medieval fort known as Paphos Castle. Yes people, I've gone on location and I've gone continental for this video. So if you do enjoy this video then please make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and maybe even share this video with a friend. Let's look at the castle with over 800 years of history. This castle, that can be found on the west side of the harbour of Paphos, was an integral part of Cyprus's coastal defensive system. The fortress is constructed entirely from solid limestone blocks, making it strong enough to withstand an invasion. There's only one way in and out of Paphos Castle, through the main gate. After all, adding extra entrances would be like giving burglars a spare key. This is also why the windows are very tiny. This medieval fort, now known as Paphos Castle, was originally a Byzantine fort built to protect this harbour. Paphos Castle, despite its use as a fort to protect the harbour, was originally built to replace the castle at Saranta Colonnes, which was destroyed in 1222 by an earthquake. I just want to say I wanted to go see the ruins at Saranta, which are literally just around the corner, but the week that I was there, I couldn't really figure out how to get there until the very last day when I was standing at the bus stop, and then I saw some of the ruins from the bus stop and I felt really bad about making my boyfriend go over there with me. So yeah, that'll be another time. This earthquake was devastating to the area, and it caused significant loss of life and extensive damage, which can still be seen today inside the Paphos Archaeological Park, which I have visited before on a previous trip to Cyprus, but I couldn't convince my boyfriend to go this time round. But it is also located in Paphos Harbour, and it's a stone's throw away from the castle. You can see it from the castle. If I put it into perspective, the castle's at one end, you've got the archaeological site in the middle, and then on the other side is Saranta Colonnes. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Just to prove how devastating this earthquake was, in the archaeological discoveries at the site of Saranta Colonnes, which I'm sure I'm pronouncing wrong, the remains of a man who died was trapped in the castle's main drain trying to escape the earthquake were revealed. With Saranta now in ruins, the Frankish rulers, who I've also seen referred to as the Louis Signal. It's really annoying because I remember watching a video that Philippa Lacey Brule did on her channel recently, because she went to Cyprus, but she went to Limassol, and she had the pronunciation, and I made a note of it, and now I can't remember my notes, and I've had coffee, which is why I'm rambling a little bit. I'm really sorry. So, but not going to lie, this isn't my speciality. The Tudors and British history is, so I'm sure I'm going to make some awful pronunciations. Louis Signal, and I did actually Google that pronunciation. But if I am wrong, please let me know in the comments, because like I said, this isn't my speciality. Tudors are. Anyway, the Frankish rulers started work on a new structure in and around the middle to late 13th century. Although I have also seen 14th century stated, but with the timeline, 13th century makes more sense to me. But sources do vary, so please do your own research to make up your own mind. My sources, as always, will be linked in the description box below. Originally, Paphos Castle had the form of two independent towers that were connected by a curtain wall. One of the towers can still be seen today, but as a ruin, while the second tower is the part of the castle that still stands. The Kingdom of Cyprus and Genoa, a part of Italy, were at war, and the Genetians captured Cyprus in 1373. I say it was a war, but it was more like an invasion because of how brief it was. The Genoese made changes to Paphos Castle. They increased the height and built or dug a moat, which you can still see today. At the end of the 15th century, so late 1400s, the round tower of the new Paphos Castle was destroyed by yet again another earthquake. The ruins of this tower can be seen at the end of the harbour. Cyprus had been controlled at this point by the Genoese, who had made modifications to the tower. However, it later came under the control of the Venetians. The fortifications that were made to the castle were used during the first decades of the Venetian period until 1546. The Venetians were anticipating an invasion from the Ottomans, and as the threat drew nearer in 1570, the Venetians destroyed the second tower, not wanting the stronghold to fall into enemy hands. The Ottomans rebuilt parts of the castle when they conquered Cyprus, and what survives today is the Ottoman restoration of the Western Frankish Tower in 1592, as evidenced by a marble plaque set above the entrance. When you enter the castle, you can see what the Ottomans used as dungeons or jail cells, while the garrison lived in the upper floors. During their occupation, they also used the central room as a mosque and set 12 battlements with cannons on the roof to protect the harbour. There were 12 cannons, one for each battlement. The Ottomans removed the cannons in 1878 when they handed over the island to the British, who probably took one look at this measly castle and go, "You call this a castle? You seen Windsor? We have manor homes bigger than this." Not really knowing what to do with this measly castle, the British then used Paphos Castle as a salt store until 1935, when it was declared an ancient monument under the Antiquities Law. Since 1999, Paphos Castle has provided a stunning backdrop for remarkable operatic performances. If your visit to Paphos aligns with the opera at the castle during the Aphrodite Festival in September, it's definitely worth securing tickets. My nan goes to the opera at Paphos Castle all the time. Paphos boasts numerous sites of outstanding beauty and historical significance, with Paphos Castle being one of the most impressive. This distinction is recognised by the UNESCO, which has included it on their cultural heritage list. Today, Paphos Castle is a landmark open to the public every day, all year round. It is a lovely sight from the land, and it's also worth a visit for its rooftop vistas, which allow you to observe the sea and the harbour in all its muted splendour. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you really enjoyed this video and the fact that I went on location on the continent, then why not leave a super thanks so I can explore other places outside England. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. That's it from me, and as always, have a wonderful day.